Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me. I haven't done one in a long time, so I thought it would be fun. I still have my makeup clips in. Okay, we're just going to roll with it. We're going to be using some new to me makeup, but also some of like my Project Pan items, my Shop My Stash items, just like a little bit of everything. So sit back, grab a drink, grab a snack, start doing your makeup, whatever you do to chill with these. And yeah, go ahead and hit the thumbs up on this video just so that you don't forget before you leave. If you're new here, I'd love to have you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let's just jump on in. I almost feel like the lighting is good enough today that I could do like natural lighting, except for the fact that I'm spoiled and would not be able to see to do my makeup. So I think I am gonna use artificial lighting, and maybe if by the time I finish this, if the lighting is still good, then we can do a little shot in natural lighting. But anyways, I need to quit yapping and get moving, otherwise this is gonna be forever long. I feel like I have not done a get ready with me over here in a long time. I'm just gonna prime my eyes with my Ulta Beauty matte eye primer. That thing has lasted so long and it is so good. I will definitely repurchase when it's gone. I had like a rogue eyelash or brow hair or something sticking in that. But yeah, I love this primer and it's so affordable. You can get it for like $6. But yeah, I just want to play with some stuff I got for Christmas and just do my makeup and catch up, because I feel like my content hasn't been very like, and I know like a lot of people probably don't come because they like want to hear about me, but it's been very like declutter heavy and stuff like that. So I kind of just wanted to chat, if I'm being honest. So I was like, let's do get ready with me. I'm gonna be using a palette from Revolution. It's the is it the Beauty Icon? No, the True Icon palette. I had put this on my list because I had tried this Revolution Grinch palette and the quality kind of blew me out of the water. So I was eyeing some of their other palettes, and I had actually seen Andrea, her last name starts with an M. I can't think of it right now. But she was talking about how good this was. So I was like, I want to try that one next. You get 2 creams over here and then powder, shimmer. She actually said it was a dupe for the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 palette. So I'm excited to try it. I did have that palette, but it got really moldy after like 6 months. So I don't have it anymore. I'm gonna just go in with this light shade first and set everything down. Oh wow, okay, so matte is blending out quite literally effortlessly. I know it's like a skin tone shade, but still, those don't always work great either. But yeah, how are you guys? How have you been? How were the holidays? Crazy. I'm sure if they're anything like mine, just crazy. And then I think I want to continue to just build up the gradient, and I'm gonna go in with this shade. But yeah, holidays over here were overall, they were really good. Just, you know, busy, even though we tried our best to make them not busy. They always end up busy, stuff goes wrong, it ends up being chaotic, stuff like that. So it was just not as relaxing as I would have liked, which, I mean, that's what I prefer. I want a relaxed holiday. I feel like we're go, go, go all the time. So when we get a lot of time off work, I'm like, I just want to be. And there wasn't a lot of time for that. My boyfriend's kid got super sick the weekend after Christmas, And that was just honestly a traumatic nightmare, and I won't get into it. I don't want to air out her stuff online. But it was traumatic for all involved. She was very sick. And then she had went home on Monday, and by that time, my boyfriend was not feeling good. Gonna go into this deep shade right here. He was not feeling good, and he ended up really sick on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. He actually had, he didn't get rid of his diarrhea until Thursday. So he was also very sick. So we didn't do anything over New Year's, which was nice, but also I felt like we couldn't enjoy it because he felt so bad. And honestly, I didn't want to be around him because I didn't want to get it. I was afraid. After watching him and his daughter go through all the things, I was like, man, I do not want to get that shit. So I like brought him stuff as he needed and whatnot, but we definitely kept our distance and were like no contact for 3 days because I was like, don't want it. So definitely not the way I wanted to spend it, but hopefully this weekend we won't have anything dramatic happen and we can just enjoy it. Because one, I want to hang out, I want to read, and then I have, you know, tasks that I have to do, like laundry. I know it looks all hoo-hoo behind me, but there are about, I don't know, 6 or 7 loads to my right that need to be folded, so it's fine though. So yeah, there's just stuff we need to do also, and then I really wanted to get my next Shop My Stash filmed because I feel like to be successful with that, I'm gonna go with my NYX glitter glue. I really need to make sure I'm staying on top of shopping my stash, otherwise it won't be successful. And to be honest with you guys, I've wanted to change my basket for like almost 2 weeks now. I just have not had the time to sit down, film it, and do it. So I'm trying to work out those kinks as well, as far as like if I don't have time to film it and I need to switch up my basket, like I feel like I just need to switch it up, but it kind of throws off the groove of what I'm going to be doing for that project. So I'm still trying to work out those kinks. Now for the shimmer topper, which one do we think? Ooh, this one right here. God, look at that. Makeup Revolution. What the fuck? So I'm gonna go in with this shade here with my finger and just start tapping that on the lid. But yeah, so I really need to figure out my process on that because I think by now the video will have gone live. I'm also filming my Shop My Stash project intro today, and it should be live by the time this goes live. But if I'm gonna be shopping my stash all the year, I think the key is gonna be switching it out when I'm ready to switch it out and not waiting, so I don't get like bored and it feels redundant and things like that. So I really just need to figure that out. And usually when you guys see my Shop My Stash, it's usually has been filmed anywhere from 3 days to a week prior, just because between actually filming it and then all the editing and description and whatnot, it takes a little bit for me to get it up. But wow, that is so stunning. I don't know if you guys can see how pretty that is on camera, but wet, reflective, freaking beautiful. I will definitely try to insert a picture at the end so you guys can hopefully see it really well, but that is phenomenal. And honestly, I also barely have any fallout at all. Like, I don't even feel like I need to wipe my face. I'm gonna just flip the little bit there off and it's good to go, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. So nice though, if I'm being honest. Now I'm gonna go in with a primer, and I'm gonna use my Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. I have the shade 0, and this was in my Shop My Stash, and I have gotten a lot of use out of it, but like this broke, and I'm so pissed. Like I can't get it to stay on, and that just makes me furious because the price point is insane. And I have had this not even a year, and I'm not rough with my makeup at all. I don't think I've even traveled with this. So it really pisses me off that it's broken, because I do like it. I think it's a little bit thicker than like the e.l.f. one, but it's still nice. I'm really happy to have it. The shade is still a little bit light for me, but since I wear it under my foundation, it's okay. I'm getting to that point where I'm like pretty pale, so it does all right. But I just wanted to bitch about that really quick because I'm still mad about it. and it's been like that now for like 3-4 weeks. So I made a pretty decent progress on this. Actually, I'm like down in here. So I have used quite a chunk of this. And honestly, it might be I was trying to decide if, well, you'll probably know my decision before you see this video, but I was kind of trying to decide if I wanted to put it in my project pan, because I got it, I'm trying to think, I would have to look at my inventory tracker, but I'm pretty sure I got it like last winter. So I kind of want to use it this winter because I don't know if it will still be good by the next winter when it matches me. You know what I mean? So I want to really focus on some products that are like seasonal and not gonna match me until next season, and by then they might not be good. Like that's kind of the mindset I'm going into it with. Yeah, so I just did a quick look, and it is definitely my lightest glowy primer product that I would not only use, but it's also the oldest, so it's the one I feel like I should be like focusing on, because I do really want to get my use out of that. So maybe I will put that in there as well. My project pan list right now is pretty long. It's like getting pretty big, but there are a couple gimme products in there, and some of them like I know for sure I will use up, but I want to put them in there just so that like I don't lose focus or forget about them, or they get lost in the shuffle. So I want to make sure I'm like mindful to use them. Now I'm gonna go in with my Chanel Revitalizing foundation. Don't love this one by any means. It's actually going to be in my project pan. It actually is really just not for me. It is very like light coverage, which isn't my preference. So yeah, it takes a lot for me to get a coverage level that I'm like semi-happy with. But I was like, let's just wear it today because I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm just filming, so like it'll be fine. So I'm gonna wear it today. And I've been mixing it in with my Huda foundation to get use out of it. I actually have like quite a large dent in it, and I want to finish it this year because one, I'm just so mad at the price point versus like the quality. But that being said, I want to use it all up because I'm like, oh my god, it was so expensive. Like this will not expire in my collection. I refuse to let it expire. So that is gonna be my project pan as well. Because I'm just like ready to like finish it and to not have it anymore, have to worry about it, or have to use it as I'm mixing. Hence why I'm not mixing it today, because I'm like, let's just use it, you know? But yeah, I know a lot of people love it, and I definitely can see there being an audience for it and why people love it. but it just doesn't meet my preferences. So if you like something light coverage, satiny finish, I think you would like this one. But for me, it's just not enough coverage and does not hold up long enough, like wear time wise. Which I guess like now I don't need as long as a wear time. Like with my old job, I needed like minimum 12 hours wear time. And now I would be okay with like 9 to 10. But still would prefer longer. Just because, you know, I don't want I wear my makeup for a long time after I get off work and stuff like that. But if it didn't look the best by then, it wouldn't be, you know, like the end of the world kind of thing. So that's what it's looking like. Looks, you know, really good on camera. Just like, I don't know. I feel like as I've used it, I have liked it more, but it's not my favorite. So I just want to use that. For concealer, I have a new one. It is from Colfi. I got the shade Misty Maple. I actually had this on my Christmas list. I didn't get it, which, you know, fine. So the doe foot looks like. So when I saw that I didn't get it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna use some cash back because I had $20 cash back on my Sephora card. And if you also have a Sephora credit card and you get cash back, then you know that like the cash back is only good for like 45 days and then it expires. Makes me so pissed. So like the clock was ticking on how much time I had left to use it, and like $20, I'm like, that is a good discount. And I'm just trying to spend less like on beauty in general, but I was like, that is an incredible discount. So I want to take advantage of it. So I got the concealer because it's like a smaller category for me, and I felt like I could really, like, it wouldn't be like oversaturating a category, something I'll get a lot of good use out of. So I bought it, and because I had that $20 off, with taxes and stuff, I ended up paying $6 for it. So really excited. It looks really good initially. I've been wanting to try it because so many people just rave about it. So I was like, hell yes, for $6, like, let's freaking go. I'm also gonna go in with my Tom Ford bronzer. I have the shade Intensity 0.5. And this, I guess, like a lot of these products were actually in my last Shop My Stash video. But yeah, so I was very excited to get that Colfi concealer. I also know I haven't talked about on here, but I am not going to be shopping from Sephora anymore. I'm trying to be like really mindful of my money and putting it toward things that I'm, you know, I believe in. And like, obviously I'm not going to be perfect at it. Like, this is just a huge effort, and I'm just trying to take steps in the right direction. But I am gonna be trying to do better about spending money places that like align with my values as well. So that's something that I'm actively working on this year. And Sephora donated an insane amount of money to the Trump campaign, which is frustrating because we all love Sephora and we do a lot of shopping at Sephora, and it's just frustrating that, you know, they put their money in for a candidate that is not only against she/her rights, but they them rights as well, and anybody who's just not a straight white man, basically. So I was like, you know what? I really don't want to spend money with Sephora anymore because that's what they're doing with my money. They're donating to causes like that. So I do have 2,400, almost 2,400 points with Sephora. And I'm going to use my Milk Makeup blush here. My mini one in the shade Werk. And so I have almost 24,000 points with them. And if you are a Rouge member, then you know once you get to that 2,500 mark, you get what's called a Rouge reward, which is $100 gift card, basically. And since I have already spent enough money to have almost 2,400 points, I am going to, like, if there's something that I need and it's offered at Sephora, I am going to go ahead and purchase it from Sephora until I hit that 2,500 mark, because that's realistically only 1 or 2 products, like, depending on what I buy. So I'm going to go ahead and buy those products from Sephora until I hit that mark so that I can get my Rouge coupon. And then after that, I'm done shopping with Sephora. Ulta offers so many more products now. And aside from that, if they don't offer it, I can buy directly from sites. So that is like a step that I'm taking to just like do a little bit better in terms of like where I spend my money. That's a big one that I'm aware of, and so I can actively change that habit, so I'm going to. Now I'm gonna just go in with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder in the shade Cherry Blossom. I'm gonna set my under eyes. So far the coverage on this is looking really nice. I'm hopeful that it will like hold up and remain that level of coverage. That's what I like about the Natasha Denona one. It's high coverage and it's not cakey, and it maintains that high coverage. So I really love those qualities about it. I'm hoping we will see some of that with the Comfy concealer as well. I was debating on if I wanted to set my whole face, but since I'm just filming, but then I was like, well, I am filming, so probably gonna be getting kind of warm. Gosh, loose powder is messy. So I'm just taking the shade Pound Cake, I think it is, that I have from Huda as well, and I'm gonna just dust this on lightly. This powder is a little dark for me, so I don't go in with a sponge and use it this time of year. I have to lightly dust it so that the tint isn't like too opaque, but it works nicely when I use it like this. Then in the summer, I can go in with like a beauty sponge and it looks great. There we go, all nice and powdered down. Now for highlighter, what do I want? I think like pink would go really pretty with this, since like the color on my eyes is really like, it's pink gold reflective, a little bit purpley. So I'm gonna use the Lethal Cosmetics Avatar highlight, and this has like a really pretty pink shift. This was actually on my chopping block, and I found if less is more with this. Like, you just have to go in with a little bit and like build it up to where you want it, because if you go in with a lot, it gets very like chunky and not pretty. So it's definitely not my favorite highlighter formula, and I wouldn't purchase another highlighter from them, but I bought it for the collab, and I just thought it looked really pretty. So I did want to hang on to it if I could, and I feel like it works like nicely that way personally. All right, now we're gonna jump to brows. So probably not gonna be able to chat a lot, but I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift. This one's the shade Deep Brown, which is not my perfect shade, but it's one that I'm like working through, and I don't think that it looks bad, so I want to use it. My cousin got like 4 of these and realized it was the wrong shade, and she was like, you know, your hair's a lot darker than mine, so if you want them you can have it. And I was like, yes, like I have used that shade in the past, and it does, like, it looks, I think it looks all right. It's like, I can definitely tell it's like too dark, but I don't think it looks insanely too dark. So I was like, yes, I will take those. And now after I finish this one, I'll just have one more to go of the shade, which, like, I'm not really in a rush to use it up, but like you know, I have shades that I prefer and would like to use, but also this like saved me from having to like buy it. Not that it's not that it's crazy expensive, you know. They're like $3, one of the reasons I love them. I am going to use a new product from Benefit that I got from Skeepers. It is their Mighty Fine Brow Pen, and it has 3 little tassels here. And I've actually really been enjoying it. I don't use it for my whole brow. I just use it for like the front a little bit to give like more hair-like strokes. I feel like it makes my brows look just like a little less artificial. But, you know, my whole face is covered in makeup, so I'm not going for like a natural look, quite obviously. But I don't know, just gives like a little bit of a nice touch. I am still working on like getting better at application and stuff, just because like that's why I don't ever really use a tip like that, just because I'm not talented enough. Like I struggle with them, so yeah. I'm gonna take the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. Really love this one. I'm gonna run it through my brows. It's a really great hold. It doesn't leave any white, which is nice. It's really small, but honestly, I find that it's hard for me to finish a brow gel before it gets like goopy and gross. So I prefer like a smaller component just because I don't want to like waste it. But a lot of times I end up not being able to finish brow gels because they just go off and get gross before I can. So I appreciate the smaller amount of product. All right, now I'm gonna go back in with this shade here and just dab a little bit of that on my under eye. I'm also excited to be filming because my vanity is all set up the way I want it. I've finished my like declutter series, so everything is organized how I would like. Which is just like a huge thing. It was kind of like driving me nuts before, but now everything is really just organized the way I want it, and I feel very like content with it. So that definitely helps with like motivation to film and stuff. But I mean, it is that time of year, guys, where it's just like, fuck. I just want to lay around and do pretty much nothing because it's so like cold and crappy out, you know. But alas, we try. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this shade over here and kind of just take that on the inner portion a little bit just to kind of brighten that up a little bit with some spackle. That would be pretty. But yeah, just been like feeling very like tired and unmotivated, so I have a little bit of a wind today, so I'm really just trying to take advantage of that and get some ish done. But the winter blues have definitely set in. All right, for liner, I'm gonna use my Huda Beauty Creamy Kohl to just do my waterline and a tight line. And then for my actual liner, what I've been enjoying lately, I haven't tried it with the Huda one, but I've tried it with my other creamy liner, is just like taking a brush like this and dabbing on the top of my black liner and then just going in for a wing. Gives just like a really like smoked out look instead of something so sharp and refined, which I've kind of been into lately. Like it still looks, you know, that's what I'm looking for. It still looks like cleaned up, but it's like not as sharp in terms of like we have that harsh line. It's more of like a smoky blurred line. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, so I don't know why I felt like I needed to over explain that. I forgot which side I wiped the new on, so I'm like, But yeah, I've been doing this a lot lately, and I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, literally stunning in my opinion. So I love that little hack I've been doing. It's just, I think it's so pretty. So I'm gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Kush High Roll Mascara. I've been trying to figure out how I feel about this one. I know so many people like tubing mascaras, but I kind of think that I don't, because I use a cleansing balm to remove my mascara. And with tubing, you just need water, so it like makes it all weird while I'm rubbing the rest of my makeup off, and then I have to go back in and just like solely rinse my lashes with water. So it actually feels like quite a bit more effort than just using a regular mascara, at least for like me, it does. So I don't really know. I'm gonna just use this CoverGirl one for my lower lash line. The tubing one works great for the lower lash line, but I need to, this is open and I only like it on my lower lash line, so I need to focus on like using it there so it can get the heck out of here, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in with a second coat. I do think this like lengthens and adds some nice volume. It doesn't hold a curl as well as I would like, but other than that, it does check a lot of the boxes. I feel like it is really pretty. I think for lips, I'm just gonna go with a favorite that I like. I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever pencil in the shade Endless Cacao. And then I'm gonna top it with my Prada Soft Matte Lip in the shade B108, which is like this beautiful beige color. Every time I wear this lip color, I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. Then I'm just gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Mist. And yeah, that is the final look. I will update you guys in the description box how the eyeshadow wore and also how the concealer wore, because those are like the new to me products. So I will keep you updated, but wow, this shadow is beautiful. I really hope you guys can see. I wonder, I doubt that helped anything, and I can't see like what you're seeing. I don't have a cool viewfinder, but it looks sick on my end, so I'm beyond happy with it. It is so beautiful. I'm truly shocked at the quality. And I think that palette is like $12 or something like that. But yeah, it is just insane. But yeah, just some quick natural lighting. Still don't feel like it's showing it very well, but it's pretty. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you go. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed just like sitting down, chatting a little bit. Now I'm gonna get to the rest of my to-do list. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.